Hello, my name is Ed Sherman. I'm a divorce attorney, have been one for over 40 years, and I'd like to discuss with you how to get a divorce, or even better, the best way to get a divorce. In fact, you may not know it, but you're going through two divorces at the same time. There's your real divorce and your legal divorce. Now, your real divorce is your whole life and everything in it. It's your relationships with your friends and family, your ex, and especially, most important, your relationship with yourself. It's about finding a new center of balance as a single person and dealing with all of the practical challenges you have in your life, how you play the hand you've been dealt. In comparison to your whole life, your real divorce, there's the legal divorce, which is where you have to go to get the orders from a judge dissolving your marriage. The legal divorce is where the problems can really happen if you don't approach it carefully and do it correctly. The legal divorce can blow up and turn into a nightmare that undermines your financial and emotional future. And it's my job to show you how that does not have to happen. You don't have to go through that. And I have a book called How to Make Any Divorce Better that covers everything you can do for yourself that is so much better than anything any attorney can do for you to avoid that kind of legal conflict. Now, let's take a look at what the legal divorce is all about. It's on this illustration to my left. If you're looking at this on a smartphone and have trouble reading this illustration, go to my website, nolodivorce.com, go into the reading room, and there you will find the legal divorce illustration, download it, print it, and you'll see everything there is. But I'm going to describe it for you. In the legal divorce, every divorce starts with a petition. In some states, that's called a complaint. And every divorce ends with the judgment. Some states, it's called a decree. And the judgment contains the orders dissolving your marriage, which you need to get the divorce. But it also will contain findings of fact about your marriage, about your property, about your money, about your children, if even all it says is you don't have any. If you do have any marital property, there will have to be orders about how you divide the marital property and how you allocate responsibility for marital debts. If you have children, there will have to be orders about how they will be supported and how you're going to arrange the parenting after your divorce. So this is what the legal divorce is about. It's about money, property, and children. Very confined, but it's where the trouble can start if you approach it incorrectly. How you get from the petition, actually how you go about filing the petition without preparing the respondent to receive it, and how you get to the judgment makes all the difference in the world between a relatively easy path or a contested case, which is a nightmare. The uncontested divorce, these are the easy paths. This is what happens when there's no legal opposition in court. Your spouse does not come to court to oppose you. This can happen in two situations. Your spouse is long gone, doesn't care, can't be bothered. You just know your spouse won't come to court to oppose you. Or the two of you have been able to work out a written marital settlement agreement that settles all of the issues of money, property, and children. And then when you have that, these cases are pretty easy. All there is to do is some paperwork and red tape, and it doesn't have to take long, doesn't have to cost much, and you get your judgment. If, on the other hand, you go to an attorney who files a petition or complaint, does not prepare the respondent to receive it, it's frightening to get served with a divorce petition. Even if you do this yourself, you still have to prepare the respondent to receive it so that he knows that there's not going to be any kind of a battle, that you're going to wait patiently until things are resolved. So if you get an attorney, files a complaint, and if you frighten the respondent into getting an attorney also, you're definitely going to go into a very long and lengthy and complicated set of legal steps and procedures that cost a lot of money, are emotionally very disturbing, create a lot of conflict, and this is a really terrible place to resolve problems in a divorce. You don't want to end up solving your problems in court. You want to solve your problems outside of court, and again, that's what I teach you in my book, How to Make Any Divorce Better. If your divorce happens to be in California, there's a book called How to Do Your Own Divorce in California that contains everything you need to know about the laws that affect your property and your money and your children and spousal support and so on. And it contains advice and guidance and practical information about how to solve problems and how to make the decisions you have to make. It also contains all of the forms if you decide to do the forms yourself, or it shows you how to get somebody to do the forms for you for not too much money. The same book is available with a lot of different information because it's about how to do your own divorce in Texas. So there's how to do your own divorce in California, how to do your own divorce in Texas. And I apologize humbly to those of you who live in the other 48 states that I did not do a book for you. But what I did do is I prepared a 6-page article that you can find on my website in the reading room called How to Do Your Own Divorce. And you can read in there how to go about learning the law, taking all the steps you need to do, and finding out about the paperwork and so forth. And I also suggest in the reading room that you read the article called How to Learn About the Laws in Your State. And between those two articles, even if you're in a state that doesn't have one of my books for it, you will learn everything you need to know about doing the divorce, or at least controlling how your divorce is done. So if you remember to just follow my advice, I promise you that things will be a lot better.